Hello, thank you, and hello to everybody. And nice that you have so many people here. Yes, my name is Terje Kulamets, and I have been working for Addis for more than 20 years. Addis is organization based in north of France, but I see there are at least one Estonian in participants. So I'm originally from Estonia. That's my Estonian name, Terje Kulamets. But as I said, I work in more than 20 years in north of France with an association called Addis, and we working mainly in international mobility and cooperation. And anyone, but especially unemployment people who want to gain experience abroad, Addis helps them to set up their project and have this experience abroad. Today, we have six type of mobility projects, volunteering internship. We have this EC project, solidarity and humanitarian aid, but also internship and Erasmus for young entrepreneur. So we are working in this mobility project as site for unemployment people, but everybody can have a mobility project. But everybody can go abroad and have experience, but it's very important that everybody has their experience and that it will be really benefic for them. So we prepare and make follow-up during all of our participants, and we try to change our follow-up system all the time where the young generation is changing. As I say, I'm here for already 20 years. So we also make cooperation project to improve our follow-up system and preparation system. And as environment is important for us, and we wanted to make one environmental project. That's the project eGreen. And there is quite personal background. As I said, that I'm Estonian, and the Estonians are always very proud that they are coming from digital country. And Skype is created in Estonia and so on. But then 3 years ago, when I read one newspaper in Estonia, that I see that actually there is very big impact of digital on the environment. And my first article that I read, that when we send out one email with 1 mega attachment, it's equal to burning one lamp 20 minutes and quite a lot of things. So is it, wow, everybody is not allowed to traveling or can't traveling, but everybody is connected and linked to digital world. So we create the eGreen project that I will present to you now. But before presenting, I prepare you make a small quiz and to see where you are and whether you know about a little bit. I think you are used to that. You have used with Mentimeter. It's an interactive program. I remember it's every anonymous. So if you participate of that, you just give your opinion and we don't know who you are and so on. So you can answer as you want. And the main aim is just to know what about your knowledge about digital and how are your everyday using and so on. So a small introduction. So very easy one. You just take a photo with your phone and go in the site. It open automatically. Or another way to go with that is that you go to a website called Menti, mentei.com, and you use the code 72607200. Okay, I see that there are 15 persons coming in. I'm waiting just 1 minute. Sometimes it's take a time, and then I launch the quiz of that. Okay, 18, I see. Then the people are coming in. I start the first question. So today is a introduction question. What is your main source of information on environmental issues? Do you use social networks, traditional media, academics courses, or discussion with your family? What are your main issues? How do you get informed about environment issue? We can see that social networks and traditional media, they are quite equal ones for that. Yeah, and maybe used a little bit less academical and discuss with family and friends. We see the really equal social networks and traditional media. Okay, that's good. But what is your personal priority when it's come to environment? Today, I say I think it's reducing my energy consumption, reducing my waste production, promoting sustainable food, or using environmental friendly transport modes. What do you think? Okay, I see that mostly one that is coming is reducing my waste production. Somebody use environmental friendly modes of transport, maybe a little bit less reducing the energy consumption. But yes, mostly, and that's good. So how do you use the environment impact digital technology? Did you know? And let's see whether you know. On average, how many emails are sent each day around the world? What do you think? Is it 105 millions? It's 97 milliards? How many? How do you think how much it is? So what do you propose? As I said, it's anonymous. You can see what you propose. We can see it's quite divided opinion. What do you mean? Okay, I see the answers are here. So the right answer is approximately 293 milliards. You can see it's quite a lot. Emails were sent every day around the world, but it was the most proposed answers, and it was good. The next one. How much of the world's internet traffic is studied on the online videos? What do you propose? Is it 25%? It's 50%? Is it 70 or 80? What do you propose? Okay, then you can't see the results. I will put results, then you can most hour you said. And I see that, yeah, we can see it's quite equal one, but the good one is 80%. You was quite close, 70, but today we say that internet traffic is almost 80% of, if we're talking about online videos. Very good. You are very good at it. So if we talk about waste, what do you think? How many tons of electronic waste are produced each year? Is it 5 millions, 10 millions, 20 millions? What do you think? Yeah, you can see. Is it 10? I see that somebody is still answering. Okay. And I don't have a good answer. Yeah, it's a 30 millions. You are quite good of that. It's quite a lot. Electronic waste, quite a lot of tons every year is coming. So we are quite good at that. Okay. Let's this one in 2021, which industrial sector will have a carbon footprint comparable to that on the digital sector? Is it maritime one? Is it civil aviation? Is it automobile, building, cars? I don't know if automobile is a good translation, but building, what do you think? Which one of these four are quite equal a carbon footprint? Is it civil aviation, automobile, building? What do you think? You can see that you propose civil aviation, the first one, and then the other are quite almost the same. Okay, let's wait see if there's some other ones. So you are quite good with that. It's civil aviation. So we are in the Erasmus Plus program and European Solidarity Europe. We are talking a lot about taking plane and so on. It's very important, and I'm totally agree with that. But just remember that if we're talking a digital sector and carbon footprint, it's quite compare with civil aviation. So what all the waste and what production, consumption are doing, it's very important. Okay, some question about your digital habits before I present you eGreen. So how often do you use your social networks? Facebook, Instagram, TikTok? Every hour, every 3 hours, once a day, once a week? Um, how are your habits? So I see you are quite reasonable every 3 hours, not every hours, or once a day or once a week. But most of you are still at least every hours are going at least social networks for thing. So we see mostly you're going every 3 hours to like look your social media. How much time a day do you spend watching videos on the internet? Netflix, YouTube. Is it 1 hour per day, 1 or 3 hours per day, 3 or 5 hours per day, more than 5 hours? Oh, if it's more than 5 hours, it's uh, it's quite a lot. But I had already some answer that some young people are more than 5 hours a day in Netflix, YouTube. Yes, you are also quite reasonable with that. But as I said, I had a question: how many video traffic is today? We see it is 80% of videos are internet traffic. So we are quite a lot in internet, looking at Netflix and YouTube on that. But as I said, your group is very reasonable. How often do you clean your inbox? Spam and emails every day, once a week, once a month, less? You never do it? It's also okay if you never do it. Yeah, once a month. At least if somebody's never doing it's also okay. We will talk about later on why it's important to do. And I see also that somebody's doing every day. That's very good, and once a week. And but mostly I'm doing once a month or even less. Okay. We have fun at the end of the present. Thank you for that. It was just to see that the most up, I try to the most things. What are you doing? And this is an interaction to to my presentation. I try to up, not to forget. Yes, it's coming on. Um, so after that, when I show you all the after all this question, you understand that oh, there are mistake with my family name, but it's okay. Um, that there really need to talk about how to reducing environment impact on digital technology and how to talk about for young people or also professionals how to do it and what is important because it's a topic what is not very often covered. So we created eGreen project, and I try to show you who can use it. So mostly it's like professional use, but it's also informal use. I give you example with the one project manager who is called Jan, very French word, French name, and Suzanne, young person who like to inform about digital sustainability. So how it's possible? Suzanne, student, she would like to get informed about more about digital sustainability and reduce her impact. How she can find out about the environment impact in digital practice and reduce her digital carbon print. First thing is our first deliverable. What we made a green digital transnational study assessed of professional habits, highlight good practice and recommendation. So it's a digital tools that there are 256 respondents with about 8 thematics. I will show which thematics from 4 European countries. And the aim was really to understand the same question as we ask you. What do you know? How do you behave with your digital every day? And to see what we can propose after that. How is a behavior? And our aim is not absolutely to say that, okay, you can't use digital anymore, that the main aim is how I can be sustainable when I'm using the digital. So Susanna can read about this report. Should I put the links here or I can put in the chat the links, or is it better, or what are you? And Laura, can you put them, or do you like me the put that people, if they want to see the in the same time, I can maybe put all the links, and then you can directly go to up. I will put them, and then up. I will put all the links in the chat, and then you can up. Then you can see them up, and then you can. They said it's a bit too. There is one. They said that it's too long. Okay. Let's see. I will put half and half.
Do you want me to put them?
Yes. Do you mind?
Yeah, sure. I'll do it. Go ahead.
I will. Yeah. So because they said it's too long. I put the first one, and maybe you can put the other ones. Thank you. Okay. So we was here. I will come back. Yes. If you find out, and these are 8 topics what we was talking about: email, storage in the cloud, impact of streaming platforms, use of social media networks, producing digital devices, impact of cybersecurity, use of application, and print and scanning. So these are the 8 topics, and we had the results. And after these results, we created another work package, what is a kit of a professional. And you can see inside of that, we used the, maybe I forgot in one page when I come back. Yes, this one was, this is a title of this kit guide that you can reduce your environment impact. So you can really find inside more about each topic, discover each tools, and make a checklist. So I said, these are the 8 topics, and for each 8 topics, I give you example inside that you can read the impact, the important facts. You have concrete tutorials, for example, about your emails, how to clean your inbox, how to unsubscribe from unwanted emails, how to set up your rules, your filters, so you can very practically behavior and change. And as you see in the right side, there are checklists for individuals and for organization, what you can really concretely to do. The same things for the impact of streaming, for example, how to adjust to streaming quality, how to change your streaming quality in Netflix, so to be really more sustainable. As I said, you can see here is this 80% of global data flux. Internet is connected to videos. So there are also advices how I can really to be more sustainable. We can't say young people don't look any videos anymore, but if you're doing, do it in sustainable way. So this is a second one, and I will show also very practical video, how we can show the young people what they can do, what they can really concretely do. I will put the English subtitles. And if a sound is not working, please, Laure, tell me.
Dans un monde de plus en plus connecté, le numérique est devenu omniprésent dans nos vies. Cependant, derrière cette apparente facilité d'accès, se cache une réalité souvent négligée: l'impact du numérique sur l'environnement. Aujourd'hui, l'empreinte environnementale du numérique est équivalente à celle du transport aérien civil mondial. Pour réduire cet impact, Voici quelques gestes éco-responsables simples à adopter au quotidien. Trier régulièrement sa boîte mail avec des outils automatiques. Éviter les envois d'emails inutiles, les fichiers volumineux et se désabonner des emails promotionnels. Sauvegarder les fichiers sur un disque dur local, nettoyer régulièrement son stockage et vérifier l'absence de doublons sur ses appareils. Privilégier le téléchargement ou le mode hors ligne pour le streaming vidéo. Si cela n'est pas possible, optez pour une connexion Wi-Fi, réduire la qualité de l'image et désactiver systématiquement la lecture automatique des vidéos. Limitez le temps passé sur les réseaux sociaux et désactivez les notifications sur toutes les applications. Prolongez la durée de vie de vos appareils en adoptant de simples habitudes comme les débrancher une fois chargés, les protéger avec une coque ou encore les éteindre lorsqu'ils ne sont pas utilisés. Si votre appareil n'est pas réparable, il est important de privilégier l'achat d'appareils numériques reconditionnés plutôt que neufs. Effacez régulièrement l'historique de navigation, refusez les cookies inutiles et mettre à jour régulièrement les paramètres de sécurité. Privilégiez la barre d'adresse plutôt que la barre de moteur de recherche et mettre en favori les sites régulièrement consultés. Pour aller plus loin dans cette démarche éco-responsable, découvrez le kit pour réduire l'impact environnemental du numérique du projet eGreen. Cet outil propose des conseils et informations pour les organisations et les professionnels autour des 8 thématiques abordées dans cette vidéo.
Voilà, c'était les vidéos. Oh, sorry, I need to switch in English. I'm coming back. So it was the guide with the video, and up. Yes, it's going. So Jan, if you have, I learned about how about the topic by the study. I have this kit how to reduce. So and now we're Jan project managers who is a professional and who want to be a trainer and reduce the impact. What Jan can do, because he knows already quite well, he wants to be a trainer and transfer this for others to continuing effort to reduce digital carbon footprint. We also created the training that can analyze the life cycle of typical devices, discover existing initiative, and create an action plan. For these trainings, we have actually 4 materials. We have a pedagogical handbook. This is a trainer's manual, step-by-step training content that you can see, and available resources, what we use to create this pedagogical handbook. You have also PowerPoint that you can use also with this pedagogical handbook, but this is really practical support during the course. There are practical exercises inside, and this is facilitate the training follow-up. And if you want to make the training, you have this pedagogical handbook, PowerPoint, but you have also participant notebook. The participant can take the notes during the training, but also fill the practical exercises and have a memo for a participant later on. And there are the 2 videos. I show you one of them. What one is how to reduce the impact. The other one is more about how the smartphones are constructed and which one is the impact for that. I put it that I will not show you that there are links because we have not so much time. And the last one, okay, Susanna, as I said, she read about impact. She used the kit. Jan came a trainer, and now how they can still reduce his impact is the last deliverable. What we said, we create a quiz, interactive quiz, which can test your knowledge and measuring your impact. It's quite similar of that I started in the beginning of my presentation, but there is also action plan. So if you want, I show you the links that everybody can see what are the knowledges, what are the behavior, measure the impact today, and the action plan. So after this 3, you have your profile. We have 6 profile. You are still digital citizen or wise connecting or browser aware, unconscious ecologist. You can see all the 6 profiles, and And for each profiles, there are some, as I said, action plan, what you can do more. It's very like optimistical one. We don't say that, okay, you are very bad and you need to improve everything. No, we said, okay, where you are today and what you can do better to be a more sustainable in digital world. And all our materials are in a website called egreen.adisso.fr. And as you said, the study, the practical guide, the training, and also the quiz. The QR code for a quiz is here. So you can also do it directly and see who are your profile. And all the materials are, as I said, online and free download. That's all. So I don't know if you have any question about that. I'm glad to answer for your question if you have some question or something was not very clear.
Yeah, thank you so much for this presentation. And yes, if you have any question, either you can put them in the chat or you can just raise your hand with the emoji and I'll give you, I'll let you speak up. So do we have any questions in the chat? Obviously, I added some of the links. If you want to check them, as we mentioned, they're available in 4 different languages. So I think that can be really helpful for beneficiaries because we know sometimes they don't all feel comfortable in English. Or for your IT colleagues as well in your NAs, if they're interested in finding out how to have a bit of a more sustainable digital. Same thing, sometimes it's easier if you can give resources in their home language. And maybe that's going to be my first question because sometimes NAs translate resources themselves. They have a bit of a budget for this. Is it an option for this? Like, for example, would I don't know, German agency be able to translate your resources if they need to?
Yes, and if they really not also original materials, we can send them out that if they can really translate if they need. I'm totally agree. Sometimes the mother language is really useful, and yes, of course.
Okay, so we already have some great feedback in the chat. That's awesome. And some questions. So Christophe is asking, do you update the data?
Yeah, as we finished our project, I forget to say that our project was finished in September, and like 3 days ago we get this cool practice label. We're just finishing, so we say that we will wait 6 months, and then I will update. We will internally say that like March or April we go through the data. And I see also about AR, the question that most of everything what is concerning the data and how much something is consuming is very delicate, because if we look directly in internet, some researches is made by Google, some are made by Microsoft, some are made by Apple, and everybody is very not consuming at all. So we paste a lot of in ADEME. It's a French government organization who is making a lot of scientific by practical works to get some really like information from university. Otherwise, it's very how to say, very difficult to have right information. And yes, we didn't put in our guide about IA because it was one of the first outputs, and it finished already 2022 or 23, and the first information is coming out now. But definitely we need to update the data and put also the AI inside, because it's really consuming.
Okay, and we have another question from Astrid, who is asking about the emoticons that we sent as reaction. And it's true that we tend to use it even in this chat. What is the weight of emoticons and emojis? Is it something that we should be concerned about?
Yeah, it's always, at least, as you said, we use all our phones every day. If you send out the message, I don't know if everybody said, now I don't do anymore, but always very often, hello, how are you? And then we write another message. So if you send out the message, put everything in the same message. Don't say hello and then others. So because every time you're consuming about that. So I don't think the emojis is not so, but actually, if you send out a message with 200 characters, you put on emoji, you react in the same way. So you can use it, but it's one message more. I think the things we need to stop is to send somebody, thank you very much for one email. This is that, and we put copies everybody. It's not to say that we are not polite anymore, but but all this, and not to put so many people in the copies and always say, oh, thank you very much, I received your email. Yeah, so all these things maybe we should reduce every day. And very often is also that about, I ask you the inbox, but actually you delete everybody inbox, but do you also delete the email what you send out? We very often delete our inbox, but not out. I don't know if it's called outbooks, but the sent emails, we don't do it. So the emoji is not the most consuming things, but yeah, if you send me a message, only one message altogether.